doesn't matter where you create your landing page, website, email service provider like MailChimp, or like in today's video on a service like Jotform. The main purpose of it is to capture leads or prompt a specific action by the visitor, such as signing up for a newsletter, downloading a resource, or making a purchase. In addition to capturing email data, wouldn't it be great if we could also obtain other information from that person immediately following the opt-in, such as their interest or struggles, to enhance our segmentation and better understand our audience? There are popular tools out there right now like WriteMessage that do this for you, but what if I told you that you could do something similar in Jotform and for free? So let's get started. So let me break it down how all of this is going to work. First and foremost, you'll need a Jotform account. You can get started for free. There's a link in the description. Second thing we're going to do is have a landing page on Jotform in which a person can then opt in to receive a free resource guide. That landing page, when someone fills it out, will be integrated with MailChimp. So we're going to be capturing that contact information. Next, after a person fills that out, they're going to be redirected to another form on Jotform for them to fill out additional information. We're going to be passing through data that's captured from the landing page into the second form so that we can sync up the second form data with the same contact. And all of that data, again, integrated with MailChimp, will be associated with that one contact. So with that, let's get building all this out. So I'm going to be starting in the Jotform form builder. This is our phantasmagorical marketing landing page. It doesn't matter what's on this page. It's the behind the scenes to show you how all this works is more important than what I have here. But I do want to mention that you can add in links on these forms. So if you want to add in UTM parameters so you can do some Google Analytics tracking, you can do that. I've got a video embed here. And then down here is our form where a person can add their first name, last name, and an email address. And then once they submit that, they'll be sent to a customer journey on MailChimp and automatically sent an email to download this free email marketing guide. Okay? That's pretty standard fare. Where the interesting part comes in is this data pass-through, or this passing of data from one form to the next. And that takes place on the thank you URL. So we're now in settings of our marketing landing page. If we go to the thank you page option, and we have redirect to an external link after submission checked, and that our external link is actually our second form. So that is that URL there. Then we have this thing called !target_email equals a whole bunch of other stuff. Let me break this down for you, because this is probably the most complex part of this whole scenario here. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the email address that when a person fills out on our landing page and putting it into our secondary form, but it will be hidden so that we are syncing up that same contact. And then we do the same thing for first name. And the first name is really there because I wanted to make it more personalized on the thank you message after they complete the second form. Hopefully that's all making sense. Under the integrations is where you connect to MailChimp. So if we take a look, I've already connected it to MailChimp. Let's take a look at how this is set up. So I'll edit integration. So we select our audience list. This is our test list. Now we can add in interested groups. So if we wanted to pre-check some of these off when a person fills out this form, we could do that. And then we have static tagging. So these are tags that already exist on MailChimp. And we have the ebook download link already checked. Actually, we want to do the marketing success guide. I think that's the one we want. And then we have our email address captured from our form. So we're basically syncing up our form fields with our audience form fields in MailChimp. So we have email address, first name, last name, which syncs up to MailChimp. Then we have send contacts to MailChimp. We have that as always. And then we have this check down here that says update existing contact. Okay, and then we click on complete integration. So that's our marketing landing page. Let's go over to our secondary form. This is it in the form builder. So we have our welcome page. The first thing that they see will be thank you. Your freebie is on its way to your inbox because it's integrated with MailChimp through a customer journey. Would you mind telling us more about your email marketing interests? Click the start button below, and here's the start button. And then we have two fields here that are kind of grayed out. What that means is that they're hidden. Now they're hidden because all they're doing is capturing the data from our landing page. They're capturing the name, the first name, and they're capturing the email address. So if I were to click on the properties here, and then we click on advanced, and we click on field data, you'll see here it just says name, but we're doing name first. That whole name first in that thank you URL that you saw, that's where that's going to go. And then we have email address. If we click on properties and advanced and field details, we have target email here, which is what you saw of the thank you URL. So those two are hidden. They won't be seen by the end user. They're just capturing data from our first form on our landing page. Then it's going to ask them 2 questions. What email service provider are you currently using? With just one option to click. And then it's asking them, what are you struggling with the most? Where they could have more than one option to click. So this is checkbox, this is radio button. And both options have an other, so they can do a fill in. And again, this is integrated with MailChimp. If we take a look at the integration here, again, associated with the same audience list. We're not interested in these groups that I have associated in this audience list, nor are we worried about the tagging in this, but we do have 2 additional fields here that we have to add to our MailChimp audience list so that we can associate what they answer into those audience fields. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'm in my audience dashboard. I go into manage audience. I go to settings and I go to audience fields and merge tags. And I scroll down. You'll see here that I have 2 additional audience fields that I've added. One's called ESP, which means what is their current email service provider. I just use shorthand. And then I put in another text option that says email struggle. They are not required and nor are they visible on a form. So you have to do that first if you want to capture the data from our second form. So then if we go back to our match our fields, we're going to be capturing that email address and we're going to be capturing what they answer to those 2 questions in this form, and it's going to be added to their contact information. And again, we have update existing contact. Very important that you have that on there, and it always sends the contact information to MailChimp. Click on complete integration. I want to test this all out for you so you get to see how it all looks. We're going to start with our handy dandy landing page. We're going to click on preview form, and we're going to scroll down here. We're going to fill this out. I'm going to put in my first name and my last name, and we're going to do the old plus trick with Gmail. We'll do 99 here and click submit. Okay, that information has now been captured by MailChimp. So they've gotten the tag marketing success guide. So they're already set and ready to go in a customer journey that is using that tag. Automatically send them an email. Secondary is, hey, here, your freebie's on its way to your inbox. Would you mind filling out a few more questions? Click start. So we'll click on start. What email service provider are you currently using? We'll say MailChimp. And then immediately goes to the second question. You can go back to the previous question if you want to. And then we'll click on other and we can type in, I don't know. And we'll do selling products and click submit. And now that because we captured their first name from the landing page, we can use it in the thank you message here so we can personalize the thank you message. So we're done with the form. They can now exit out. You could put in other stuff here. You could send them off to another landing page. You could send them off to another thank you page other than the one that comes by default on our secondary form here. We could put in language here that says, please close out your browser. You're done, something like that. But now let's go look at what we captured in MailChimp. So back in our audience fields and merge tags, let's go to our audience dashboard. Click on our email subscribers. Here's the one that I just filled out right here. And if we just scroll along here, you'll see here that we have our 2 questions, ESP and email struggle, and it captured both MailChimp and selling products, and it captured marketing success guide from the landing page form along with those 2 additional questions. And then in our email inbox, yes, indeed we do. We have received our email that says, so glad you're here. Click below to download the Marketing Success Guidebook. Now, I know that was a lot to cover, and this was a lengthy video. I appreciate you watching to the end. If you have any questions on this process, please ask them in the comments below. I'd love to help out anywhere I can. If you're interested in learning more about Jotform, there are a couple of links here. or MailChimp, there might be a video there for you too. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.